When we talk about artificial intelligence in finance, it's not some far-off futuristic concept anymore. It's not a prediction. It's happening right now, and it's completely transforming the industry, creating a brand new way to get ahead. Get this, £31 billion. That is the potential boost to the UK economy's productivity every single year, just from generative AI. That's a massive number, right? And it shows you why every bank, every fund, every financial firm is absolutely racing to figure this out.
So here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll look at how the AI revolution is hitting the street. Then, we'll see how banking is getting a serious upgrade. We'll also have to talk about the human cost. After that, we'll dive into the risks, and finally, we'll look at what's just around the corner for the world of finance.
We are at a genuine tipping point. Seriously, this isn't just hype. It's being driven by a perfect storm of things. We have more data than ever before, we have incredible new tech like large language models, and we have just unprecedented amounts of money being poured in from both governments and private companies.
And the speed of this adoption? It's just staggering. By 2025, we're looking at nearly 80% of all companies on the planet using AI. And in finance, the uptake is even faster. Think about it. More than half of all financial professionals are already using generative AI in their daily jobs. This is happening fast, it's happening everywhere, and finance is right in the eye of the storm.
Okay, so what does this all actually look like on the ground? Well, for banking, it's basically a fundamental upgrade to the entire operating system. It's a move away from those slow, manual ways of doing things to smart, super fast automation.
Let's take a classic investment banking task, building a list of potential buyers for a company. The old way? Oh man, that was weeks of just grinding through spreadsheets and old contact lists. The new way? You type in a query, and in seconds, an AI gives you a dynamic map of the entire industry. What used to take weeks of work is now done in a moment.
And look, this isn't just theory. The biggest names on the street are already all in. You've got Wells Fargo using deep learning to spot fraud in real time. Citibank has chatbots handling tons of customer questions. Goldman Sachs has been a pioneer in algorithmic trading for years. And now others like Santander and HSBC are using AI for everything from stopping loan defaults to fighting money laundering.
What's really interesting here is that banks aren't just looking for the easy, quick wins. They are being really strategic, targeting projects that have a huge impact. You can see how much effort is concentrated in these disruptive and transformative areas. They're not just trying to make things a little better, they're aiming to fundamentally change the game.
But of course, a transformation this big, it always comes with consequences. And that brings us to the really tough part of the story, the human cost. Because as this wave of automation and augmentation sweeps through, it's completely reshaping the workforce as we know it.
Which leads us, of course, to the giant, unavoidable question that's probably on your mind right now. Is AI coming for your job?
Well, if you listen to the chief U.S. economist over at JPMorgan, this is not a tomorrow problem. The idea that AI might start impacting white-collar, knowledge worker jobs, well, it's not some future hypothetical. He says it's already starting to happen, with some of the first signs showing up in tech and other professional fields.
But hold on, the full picture is a little more complicated than just jobs lost. The World Economic Forum actually projects that while AI might displace around 85 million jobs by 2025, it's also expected to create 97 million new ones. So it's not really about simple replacement. It's about a massive and, let's be honest, probably pretty messy reorganization of the entire job market. And that messiness, that turbulence, brings up a whole host of other issues. So let's talk about navigating the risks. Because the path to adopting AI isn't some smooth, easy highway. It's full of some pretty significant challenges that go way beyond just jobs.
For any big financial institution, they're staring down 4 massive hurdles. First, you've got security and data privacy. Huge. Second, you have to worry about algorithmic bias creeping into your models. Third, there's this critical problem of explainability. And finally, you have to navigate this incredibly complex web of global regulations.
And that third one, explainability, that is a really, really big deal in finance. It's often called the black box problem. Basically, the AI's decision-making is so complex that humans literally can't figure out why it made a certain choice. And in a highly regulated industry where you have to justify every single move, having a black box making decisions is a massive problem.
And trying to follow the rules here is a nightmare, mainly because the rulebook is still being written. You've got 2 totally different philosophies at play.
The European Union is going with this massive top-down AI Act, which sorts AI into different risk levels. Meanwhile, the United States is taking a more flexible, principles-based approach. For a global bank trying to operate everywhere, this is a legal and compliance minefield.
So, okay, we've got this massive wave of change, all these risks, all these challenges. So where does this all lead? What's actually next for finance? Well, it looks like it's leading to the emergence of something new, the augmented banker. The next big thing we're going to see is AI becoming a true partner, a sidekick, in a banker's day-to-day. Think about GPT systems that can draft initial reports and memos for you. Imagine AI co-pilots that help junior analysts with their research and financial models, or systems that automate a huge chunk of due diligence and keep your client info perfectly up to date. It's becoming a true partner in the workflow.
And you see, this completely reframes the whole debate. It's no longer about human versus machine. The goal here isn't to replace the analyst. It's to augment their skills, to supercharge what they can do, and to make them 5 times more effective. It's about freeing up that human brainpower to focus on the things machines just can't do: strategy, building relationships, creative thinking.
So, there's no doubt about it. The role of the human banker is changing, and it's changing forever. As all the routine stuff gets automated, the skills that actually make us valuable are going to shift. The question we're all left with isn't if the job will change, but what will it become? What parts of our humanity, our creativity, our judgment, our ability to connect with people will become the most valuable assets of all?